Today we're taking a look at these NBA matches, which are happening on Tuesday, November 30th, 2021, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 270 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting advice that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks and advice. Memphis has been productive in the scoring department this season, scoring 110.7 points per game. The issues have been on the defensive end. They are last in the NBA, allowing opposing teams to drop 115.6 points per night. They have been getting routinely abused from the three-point line. Not surprisingly, they rank last in defensive rating through 20 games. They are typically a stout defensive club, so expect those numbers to normalize as the season progresses. Our first betting advice is to pick Memphis Grizzlies plus 4.5 on the season. Toronto stands 21st in scoring offense as they put up an average of 105.9 points per game this season. The Raptors are 26th in rebounding with 44.2 boards a night, while they are 29th by dishing out an average of 20.9 assists a night. Toronto stands 17th in scoring defense as they allow an average of 106.7 points a night. Anunoby leads the team with an average of 20.1 points plus 5.4 rebounds per game. Scotty Barnes, 15.2 points, 8.3 rebounds, Fred VanVleet, 20.1 points, 6.5 assists, Gary Trent Jr., 17.3 points, and Precious Achiuwa, 8.2 points, 8.1 rebounds, are solid offensive options this season. Pascal Siakam contributes 17.7 points, 7.2 rebounds and 3.6 assists per contest this season. Khem Birch, Goran Dragic, Svi Mykhailiuk, Chris Boucher, Delano Banton and Isaac Bonga are all looked at to help Nick Nurse's squad. The Raptors are 23rd in the league in field goal percentage as they shoot 43.7% from the floor as a team. Toronto stands 25th by knocking down 11.2 three-pointers a night, while they are 15th in three-point field goal percentage as they sink 34.5% of their attempts on the season. Our second betting advice is to pick under New York Knicks vs Brooklyn Nets. The Knicks are averaging 106.3 points per game on 43.8% shooting over the first month of the season. They have been dealing with nagging injuries to their depth, including Taj Gibson, groin, and Nerlens Noel, knee. They are both game-time decisions for this matchup with the Nets, in which the Knicks will be heavy underdogs. To nobody's surprise, the Nets sit in first place in the Eastern Conference through 20 games. Although averaging 109.5 points per game, they've been shooting the ball at a 46.7% clip, good for 4th in the NBA. Shockingly, they rank 7th in defensive rating. The Nets, notably James Harden, have been known to dog it on the defensive end during the regular season. But it looks like this Brooklyn team has put emphasis on that end this year. Our first betting advice is to pick New York Knicks. The Nets have been dealing with distractions all season long, but Blake Griffin won't be one of them. The former NBA All-Star was recently removed from the rotation in favor of fellow big man LaMarcus Aldridge and has reportedly been keeping a great attitude, according to ESPN. The Nets are also dealing with the loss of sharpshooter Joe Harris, who will be out for the next 4 to 8 weeks after having surgery on his injured left ankle. Harris's agent, Mark Bartelstein of Priority Sports, told ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski that there is optimism that Harris could rejoin the Nets on the shorter end of that timeline. Head coach Tom Thibodeau told reporters on Monday that he will be removing guard Kemba Walker from the rotation in order to do what's best for the team, according to ESPN. Walker, who has been a starter since his second NBA season, will not only be removed from the starting lineup, but the rotation entirely as Thibodeau tries to narrow down his lineups. Following a hot start to the season, Walker has cooled off considerably during the month of November. In 12 games this month, he's averaged just 10 points on 39% shooting from the field and 29% shooting from three-point range. For reference, the Knicks are being outscored by 13 points per 100 possessions when Walker is on the court and are outscoring opponents by 11 points per 100 possessions when he is off the floor. Our second betting advice is to pick under. Quick reminder, BetUS is a platform that offers betting on all major sport and horse racing leagues. It has slots, table games, blackjack, and a variety of other casino games. All of the major US leagues are available for betting, including the NFL, NBA, NHL, MLB, and PGA. In addition, BetUS allows wagers on esports, Olympic events, soccer, cricket, boxing, cycling, and many more competitions. Join BetUS now using our link down below and get 125% cashback bonus on your first deposit on the sportsbook after you open an account and deposit using our link and use our promo code HIGHSTAKES. Golden State Warriors vs Phoenix Suns. Golden State is averaging 114 points per game. They scored 105 points in their last game, making 44.2% of their field goals and 42.1% of their three-pointers. Stephen Curry led the way for the Warriors with 33 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, and 6 steals. Otto Porter Jr. finished with 18 points, 10 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals, while Jordan Poole added 17 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. Golden State has been great defensively, giving up 100.4 points per game. They gave up 90 points in their last game and will need to keep it up if they want to win this game. Our first betting advice is to pick Golden State Warriors, plus 2.5. It's the one game that'll reveal who the best team in the league is at the moment. The Warriors are once again standing on top of the mountain, and the Suns are at home riding a 16-game winning streak. Chris Paul must especially be looking forward to this matchup. That highlight of Steph Curry, putting him on skates, is one of the all-time iconic crossover clips. But this Suns team is playing lights out defensively. They're forcing the 6th most steals in the league and holding opposing teams to 43.4% shooting. Devin Booker and Chris Paul are one of the best guard tandems in basketball, and DeAndre Ayton is pulling big man duty with authority. Our second betting advice is to pick under 220. Los Angeles Lakers vs Sacramento Kings. Los Angeles once again failed to pull away from a below-average opponent but still beat the Pistons at Staples Center for the 5th straight time. Anthony Davis and company are averaging a robust 111.3 points per game. What's troublesome is Los Angeles's 114.1 points allowed per game, ranked 29th in the NBA. Typically LeBron's teams ramp up their defensive intensity as the season progresses, so expect those numbers to improve. As a team, Kings shot 34% for the game, including a deplorable 9 of 42 from beyond the arc. Sacramento played without forwards Harrison Barnes, Maurice Harkless, and Richaun Holmes. Sacramento is 2-2 under Alvin Gentry since he took over when Luke Walton was fired last week. In addition to their poor shooting, they have been awful on the defensive end. Through 21 games, they ranked 27th in defensive rating. Coach Gentry's tough-nose approach should provide some dividends as the season continues, but it has not been pretty for Kings fans through November. Our second betting advice is to pick over.